And 25-year-old mother accused of killing her 4-year-old daughter. Police are not speculating yet on the motive, but the child's father says the mom was jealous of the little girl. I love the grandfather, whom we just saw. Evie, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things going on here. I'd really actually want to sit down and interview the father. I think the dynamics of the whole family is completely off.
Did you
Even
get the
his
weird
demeanor,
feeling about the father that I got? That was
Yes.
a very, very strange position, sort of attitude to adopt when your 4-year-old daughter was just murdered by your spouse.
And you know what else he did, Dr. Drew? When he refers to Victoria, he says, when he refers about his wife, he says, she dislikes the child. The child? You mean Victoria, right? Because you would refer to your own child by its name. Then he says, to be honest with you, I think she's been jealous of that little girl. Who's that little girl? That's your daughter. So there's a disconnect between him and the child as well.
Very interesting.
Are we even sure that it's his daughter?
Ooh, interesting.
I mean, maybe that could be another dynamic in that relationship that we don't know. I mean, it just seems to me when I'm looking at him, he's so much older than her. Don't you guys find that sort of, I don't know, it's just kind of a strange dynamic. But, you know, sometimes it's like when you know that people probably have some sort of mental illness, when people say things, you have to believe them. I've always been that person. It's like if somebody says something, you don't say things jokingly, like, oh, I'm going to kill her if you leave me. Why would you not believe that? And, you know, people are having mental health problems. She can't even take care of herself, and she's procreating and having a baby. Bad things are going to happen. We see it time and time and time again, night after night. I mean, how do you think we do this show, Dr. Drew? It's people like this that are emotionally disturbed. He was going to leave her, and she kills her baby.
And
I mean,
we hear about it because we're all connected through social media. Erica?
Yeah, well, what I try to kind of understand why, not to defend her, but I feel like that this could possibly be, and Dr. Drew, don't jump down my throat, but a possible extended postpartum depression mixed with her childhood. The adoption, I think that was an extreme form of abandonment for her. So when the father said, I'm going to divorce you, she went into this breaking point mode where that's why she did what she did.
You don't get back at him.
Does it make it right or not? But whether
hold on, Erica, slow down. What kind of, what are you describing of a personality style that is overwhelmed by abandonment and does have an overwhelming rage when they are faced with abandonment? There's a name for that.
Borderline.
That's right. Borderlines have that quality. But I'm not saying we are not saying borderlines murder people. I'm not saying that. But but Erica was describing a constellation of features that we associate with the borderline personality disorder. Sam.
But it's also interesting that you said.
I agree with you, Erica. I think that makes a lot of sense in all of this. I don't think that the husband is somehow complicit in all of this. I think maybe there's a lack of affect there. Maybe he's on drugs that we don't know about. And I think
that's what put the whole thing into sort of outer space. Yeah, and when you put stimulants into things like this, violence occurs.